All right, today's episode we are breaking down Land of Little Big Dreams here for Master Mode Episode 1-1-3. We're going to break this level down for you, give you the cookie team to help you overcome, achieve, and 3-star this particular 1-3 episode for you here today. So thank you for tuning in. Appreciate the likes and the subs as always. If you have a question or comment throughout today's episode, do let me know. Feel free to swing by the Discord server and other great ways to support the channel. All right, let's go ahead and break down 1-3. So a couple of key components for those of you that are new or beginners or veterans alike. A couple of key points here when it comes to episode 1 in general. We have enemies max HP is increased, we have enemies debuff resistance is increased, HP shield capacity is decreased, healing's also decreased, and our summon creatures lifetime decrease here as well. The other big thing is we are capped. Your max cookie level is 55, max skill level is 55, max cookie grade is 1A, Bonds, Sugar Gnome, Laboratory, Costume Set, skill level, Guild Relics is X. So all important things to understand there in terms of this particular episode and stage here for 1-3. Now, a couple things about the enemies here. We do have the Choco Cake-Hounds, we have the regular Cake-Hound, we have the Cake Wolf, and then this big baddie, Dire Cake Hog. Now, at the end of each of the Master Mode levels, we essentially have a mini boss here, this particular one being Dire Cake Hog. Now, Dire Cake Hog is going to ram in, stun your team, and then constantly hit and push things back. So that can be a big challenge for you in terms of overcoming, and there's not just one, there is 2 of these at the end of the level. So very, very big for you to pay attention and think about your strategy on how to overcome this, which bridges us to the next piece here for our cookie team. Now, in terms of what we're doing here, we do have Schwarzwalder. Schwarzwalder here is our return against that getting pushed back. This guy's gonna keep pushing things back, also has a stun, hopefully enabling and counteracting the Dire Cake Hog here, a great tank in the up front. Additionally here with Frost Queen, we have that ability to freeze our enemies. The next big piece is you do want single target damage to try and drain some of these things because they have a ton of health. A good way to do that is stacking with Sherbet here in terms of the Frost Queen and the Frost, which is going to add a ton of damage, and then Vampire here as well, allowing us to continue to nuke our enemies for that single target damage. Now we have Pure Vanilla here as our healer. Things that you can consider in terms of some alternatives for this particular team. Cotton in terms of healer. You also have a wild berry that you can put in here, and then again other potential single target hits or other things that kind of stun and remove length in the team. Other legendaries, ancients can do the trick, also things like Rye, those kinds of things for that DPS. So those are some of the considerations that you can make in terms of swaps with your team. Now here we are running Old Pilgrim Scroll, we also have Squishy Jelly Watch, and then Pilgrim Slingshot again for that single target focus. Now, if we go into edit, let's go ahead and look at our toppings. All the guides are available to you here on the channel. You can check those things out for more detail. But here we got 5 solid almonds. Here we got the 5 raspberry. Here we're actually going with, again, slow essentially the cooldown. You could certainly go over here and do that pre-select as well, so a couple options there. We also have Swift Chocolate on Pure Vanilla, and then damage on our lovely Vampire as well. So that is the team, sitting pretty solid there in terms of our average power. Again, pretty high over our opponents, but again, the big thing here that can happen is that stunning can really screw you up. Additionally, you might time out. So those are a couple things to consider. So that is the breakdown of our enemies here, the breakdown of Master Mode 1-3, our cookie team, and then everything else around that. So let's go ahead and take the team out for our cookie run and break this level down even further and show you the run here today for that 3-star. So as you can see on auto, we can see how that stun gets them going, the push back, and then that ability to clear the lanes. Again, big with our Frost Queen here. Having something like that to help essentially take these things down is going to be a big benefit to your team.
I will not falter!
I need a drink.
All right.
I will not falter.
There's our stun. And our frost. We're about to hit the big baddies here at the end that will continuously push us back. Again, 2 minutes. Like I said, one of the challenges here, boom, there it is. Boom, there it is. Can slow us down and time us out, which is a big challenge. Now, here we go. We need to make sure that we can get our heals off. There you go. Additionally, you can certainly click here as well to make sure that these get off. There's our heal. We need to get our stun off. We need to get our heals off there, or we may end up losing our Frost Queen. There we go. We got our heal nuke in there. Again, time becoming a challenge. We're down to 1 minute almost. There we go. Frost frozen. Huge damage there. Now we should be able to not get the double hits and the double stuns, knocking us through the park here and taking down Master Mode 1-3, 3 stars on auto mode for us here today. Perfect. Perfect, Swartzwalder. All right. So let's go back and pull this all together for us here for 1-3. Now, a great way for you to get espresso cookies, soul cores, and tons of other stuff. Again, taking down those dire HOGs as we discussed. All right, so thank you for tuning in. Appreciate it as always. Today we broke down the level, we broke down the team, we broke down the enemies, we gave you the team to beat it. We also did the run to show you and talk through some of the challenges that you might run into, as well as giving you some cookie ideas in terms of swapping your team. So with that, thank you again. Thank you for the likes. Appreciate your support and your subs as always. If you have a question or comment throughout today's episode, do let me know. I love to hear from you as always. And with that said, let me know what you find in the comments down below because I love to hear it. And with that, stay tuned because we got a ton more stuff headed your way here on CookieRun Kingdom on the channel. Take care.